So students, let's start today's class. In the last class I had given some word meanings, but the page was not so clearly visible. That's why today I have given you once again the word meanings. If you have written, no need to write. Whichever word and meaning you have not written, please write them down. Please note them. So I am going to the paragraph which I had left. Please see, it is on the screen. Students, if any problem is there, I will sort it out, but you should also be attentive while I am teaching the chapter. Time to time, I will show you a blue line, that is the cursor, which will indicate which line I am reading and explaining. Just for the example, you see the cursor there on the top, first line, the same way it will come there. So let's start. Then there was silence. So the books, in the previous class I had explained, the books, they were not ready to stay with Benny. They wanted to go to their places. So then there was silence. Benny went back to bed, trembling, shaking. Shaking means in the winter season, due to extreme cold, your body gets shaken, that is trembling. Benny went back to bed, trembling out of fear. He didn't like it at all. He didn't like the way the books were shouting. He didn't like it at all. He fell asleep, and when he woke in the morning, he fell asleep, he slept down. But when he awoke in the morning, got up in the morning, he laughed. "Oh mother," he said at breakfast time, "I had such a funny dream at the breakfast time." See the cursor I am reading now? "Oh mother," he said at breakfast time, "I had such a funny dream." He said to his mother that actually all these things happened in his dream. "I had such a funny dream last night." He told about the dream to his mother. "I dreamt," past tense of dream is dreamt. "I dreamt that all my books went talking downstairs." So whatever he had seen in his dream, he told about that. He had dreamt that all the books went walking downstairs and ran away. The books ran away. Well, what a queer dream to have," said mother. Mother shouted. What a strange dream he had seen. "But what do you think?" mother asked. What he thought. When Benny went to get his school books that morning, he found his bookshelves quite empty. When he went to bring the books, he found his bookshelves completely empty. Means no book was there. Totally empty. Except for his own books. Excluding his own books, except his own books, all the books had gone away. The place was empty, nothing was there. All the others had gone, all the other books had gone. Benny sat down suddenly because his legs felt queer. He sat down suddenly because his legs felt strange. So, it had not been a dream, it was real. He felt he had not seen actually a dream. It was a real incident. It had happened, actually it had happened. He had not seen the dream, he came to know. Those books he had borrowed had gone up in a temper. Those books in a temper, temper means anger, and left him. So, those books he had borrowed from his friends, those books had gone up in a fit of anger and had left Benny. Now you see please the cursor here, that line I am reading. They would be back with their right owners now. They would be back. They would all be back with their right owners now. Means the books had gone to the owners. Next line. Benny was so frightened that he didn't know what to do. Benny was so fearful. Frightened means fearful, apprehended, terrified, that he didn't know what to do. Then he caught sight of Eric's ball. Then he saw Eric's ball. He caught sight of Eric's ball, means he saw Eric's ball. And Lucy's pen. Suppose they did the same, he thought. Suppose they did the same. Means Eric's ball and Lucy's pen. If they did the same, just like the book, they also went away from him, what he would do. Suppose they did the same thing too. Why? They might even do it in broad daylight. Benny thought the pen and the ball, they might do the same thing just like the book in the broad daylight. Broad daylight means clear daylight. Then how ashamed he would be, how shameful he would feel, how guilty he would feel, how ashamed he would be. Benny went very red, out of embarrassment, trouble. He went very red. His face turned red, flushed. He collected Eric's ball. He took Eric's ball in his hand, Lucy's pen, Kenneth's jigsaw. He also took Kenneth's jigsaw. See the line please. Under the photograph you will see the lines. So, Lucy's pen, Kenneth's jigsaw. Jigsaw already, the meaning I had told you. A blade and Ellen's rubber. He collected all these things, all those things. Because those things didn't belong to Benny. He found some other things he had borrowed and put them all into his school bag. Then he put all of them, means all the things he had borrowed, he put them into his school bag. He handed them back to the other children. Then he gave them back to the other children. I am sorry I kept these so long, he said in a small voice. In a small voice, he said to them that he was sorry for keeping all those things for a long time. He felt his guilt. He realized his mistake. Thank you, said the children in surprise. The children were surprised. How there was a change in Benny. They thanked him. We thought you meant to keep them. Means they thought that Benny's intention was to keep all those things. That would have been stealing, really, said Eric. Eric said, if he had kept all those things, if Benny had kept all those things, that would have been stealing the things. Eric said, oh Benny, thank you for sending back my book. The boy next door, said Mary. Means Benny's friend Mary said, Mary thanked Benny for sending the book. Which book? The Boy Next Door. The name of the book was The Boy Next Door. Actually, Benny had not sent the book himself or itself, had gone to Mary, but Mary thought Benny had sent the book. That's why she thanked Benny. I found it in my bookcase this morning. Benny stared at her. Benny looked at Mary in surprise. Good gracious, oh God. Good gracious means, oh God, an exclamation in surprise. Good gracious. So her book had managed to find its way right to the empty place in Mary's bookshelf. Benny was surprised. How and why? Because Mary's book had managed, somehow had managed to find its way right to that empty place. Wherever it was earlier, it had got that place in Mary's bookshelf. The others told him that their books were back too. Benny's other friends, from whomsoever he had brought the books, they also told Benny that their books had also come back. Now please see the line below the photograph against the cursor. I shall not borrow again unless I give back very quickly, thought Benny. Now Benny thought he would not. I shall not means he would not borrow again. See the line please. I shall not borrow again unless I give back very quickly, thought Benny. Benny thought he would never borrow the books again if he would not be able to, if he did not return the book in time, quickly. I would not like this to happen to me again. He promised, he said that he would not like such things to happen with him again. I would not like it either if I borrowed and I did not give book. Would you? I would not like it either. This last line, actually the narrator is speaking to the readers. Here in the story, though Benny's friend is saying, I would not like it either, when Benny said that he would not like to happen this thing with him again, then his friend said he also would not, or she also would not like it to happen with him. But if he or she borrowed the book, if I borrowed and did not give back, means if he or she borrowed the book and did not give back to Benny, then would you like it? Would you? Means if you would like it? No, Benny also would not like such things. The narrator means to say so. So students, a lesson is here. Benny learnt that if we borrow anything from anyone, we should keep in our mind to return those things in time. Because if somebody borrowed from you, if he or she didn't return, just as written in the last lines, if somebody borrowed something from you and did not return in time, you would also not like it. This story was written by Enid Blyton. The story comes to an end. We will go to the question answer. Thank you.